There are moments in history where fire does not symbolize destruction, but divine defiance. Moments when faith burns brighter than the flames meant to consume it. This is one of those moments, a story from the ancient world that still echoes today. It is the tale of three men thrown into a blazing furnace, yet walking unscathed. And perhaps most mysteriously, a fourth figure who stood beside them in the fire. Who was this fourth man? An angel? The pre-incarnate Christ? Today, we journey into the heart of the furnace, exploring the biblical story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and the eternal mystery of God's presence in suffering. Our story unfolds in Babylon, a city of grandeur and oppression. Towering walls and ziggurats reach toward the sky, symbols of a kingdom that believed itself eternal and unchallengeable. At the helm was King Nebuchadnezzar, a ruler whose power was absolute and whose will was law. To him, obedience was not simply expected, it was demanded, especially in worship. Among the captives from the conquered land of Judah were three young men, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Babylon stripped them of their names, calling them Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego instead, hoping to erase their identity and faith. These men were trained in the king's court, dressed in royal robes, and educated in Babylonian ways. Yet in their hearts, they remained steadfast, holding on to their allegiance to the God of Israel. One day, Nebuchadnezzar commissioned a colossal statue of gold, 90 feet tall, gleaming in the desert sun, a monument to his own glory and a test of loyalty. His decree was clear. When the music played, all must bow before this image and worship it. Failure to comply meant death by fire. This command was not merely political, it was spiritual coercion, forcing all to worship the king's power as divine. On the appointed day, the plain of Dura filled with officials, soldiers, and citizens. As the sound of horns, pipes, lyres, and cymbals swelled, thousands fell to their knees. But three men remained standing. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to bow. Their hearts beat steady, their eyes unflinching. In a world of submission, they stood as pillars of courage. Word soon reached Nebuchadnezzar, carried by jealous advisors eager to see these foreigners punished. Furious, the king summoned the three men before him. His voice thundered through the hall. "Is it true that you do not serve my gods or worship the golden image I have set up? Bow now or be cast into the furnace. And what God will be able to rescue you from my hand?" The tension was palpable. Three captives facing the most powerful man in the world. Yet their reply was calm and unwavering. "O king, we have no need to defend ourselves in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, our God is able to deliver us. But even if he does not, we will not serve your gods or worship the image you have set up. Even if he does not." These words pierce through time, revealing a faith not dependent on outcomes, but on allegiance. A faith that says, "I will stand, no matter what." Nebuchadnezzar's rage exploded. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter than usual, so intense that the soldiers tending it were consumed by the flames. Bound and clothed, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were cast into the fire. All expected silence, death, the end of their story. But then something extraordinary happened. The king, peering into the inferno, saw not 3, but 4 figures walking unbound and unharmed. The fourth looked like a son of the gods. The flames raged, the furnace roared, yet these men moved freely, untouched by the fire. The Bible offers no name, no explanation, only presence. Was he an angel, a divine companion? Regardless, his presence transforms the furnace from a place of death into a sanctuary of miraculous protection. Nebuchadnezzar called out, "Come out, servants of the Most High God." And they emerged, not a single hair singed, their garments pristine, the smell of smoke absent. The ropes that bound them were burned away, symbolizing liberation, not just from physical chains, but from spiritual bondage. The king, astonished, praised their God, declaring that no other deity could save like this. He issued a decree honoring the God of Israel, a testament to the power of faith and divine rescue. Yet, beneath the miracle lies a profound truth. God did not prevent the fire. He did not stop the flames from roaring. Instead, he stepped into the furnace with them. He did not remove suffering, but entered it, offering presence and protection amid trial. This story speaks deeply to us today. Our furnaces may not be made of fire, but of mental battles, injustice, loneliness, and persecution. The heat of trials can feel as intense and consuming as any blaze. And like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, we face choices: bow to false idols, compromise our truth, or stand firm in faith. The promise is not a life free of fire, but a God who walks with us through it. The fourth man still walks in the furnace, unseen yet present, offering courage when fear threatens to overwhelm. Consider the mental fires many endure: anxiety, depression, overwhelming pressure. God's presence does not always remove these trials instantly, but walks with us, sustaining us in the flames. In the injustice and persecution faced by millions worldwide, the same divine companionship is there, unseen yet real. Faith like that of these three men challenges us to trust beyond what we see, to stand firm even when rescue seems distant. Their story is not just ancient history, but a living call to courage today. Imagine the terror and surrender they experienced, thrown into an unimaginable fire, yet choosing obedience over survival. Their faith was not a gamble, but a declaration of who God is and their allegiance to Him, even if He does not. This phrase carries hope and challenge. It assures us that faith is not a contract guaranteeing easy outcomes, but a relationship rooted in trust and loyalty. Throughout history, countless have echoed this faith, standing firm amidst persecution, hardship, and loss. Their stories mirror the furnace experience, unseen divine presence sustaining them through every trial. The mysterious fourth figure embodies this truth. God does not abandon His children to the flames. He joins them, transforming pain into testimony, despair into hope. So, what does this mean for us? When fires come, whether personal struggles, societal pressures, or spiritual battles, we are not alone. The same God who stood in the furnace stands with us. Faith is not the absence of fear, but the choice to trust God's presence over it. It invites us to stand boldly, even when the outcome is uncertain. Our world is filled with modern furnaces: illness, injustice, broken relationships, mental anguish. These fires test our resolve and faith. Yet, just as in Babylon, the fire is not the final word. God's presence in the trial is the divine promise that sustains us. The ropes that bound Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego burned away, symbolizing freedom. What binds us, fear, doubt, shame, can be burned off by the fire when God walks with us. This story teaches us that God's miraculous protection might not always look like immediate deliverance. Sometimes it looks like presence, peace amid chaos, strength amid weakness. The mystery of the fourth man reminds us that divine companionship is often unseen, but always real. It calls us to faith that stands, even if alone, to courage that does not flinch, to trust that holds fast, even if rescue seems delayed. In a world that often demands compromise, this story declares that allegiance to God is worth every trial. As we face our own fires, may we remember the furnace in Babylon and the fourth man who walked with his people. May we find courage to stand, faith to trust, and hope to endure. The fire still burns, but so does the presence of God within it, and that presence is enough. If this story has inspired you, consider what furnace you may be walking through today. Remember, you are not alone. The fourth man walks beside you, unseen but real. Thank you for joining this journey into one of the Bible's greatest mysteries. If you found hope and courage here, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Let's spread the story of faith that does not flinch, courage that outlives fear, and a God who walks through fire with us. Until next time, stand firm, even if He does not.